Hi there, it's Sam from poodles.co.uk. Thank you for joining me today. Today I wanted to show you how to make a gift box, but that only needs one piece of adhesive to hold it closed. Now, I don't know if you're anything like me, but you find it a complete nightmare when trying to fold up the front of the box and you've got 3 pieces of tape going on and you're trying to line it all up and it ends up completely messed up. Chuck away the project and you waste all your paper. Now, but this is a box that only needs one piece of adhesive. Now, there is some scoring and folding going on. I'm going to show you on some white scrap cardstock that I've got because I've already prepared all of the box because I wanted to get the cutting out of the way, but I am working off a template and I will put details and measurements and everything on my blog for you. But basically here in the UK we have A4 paper or card that is a little over 11 inches in length and 8 3/8 of an inch in the width. And I wanted to keep all of the width and only take a little bit off the bottom, so I've cut this down to 10.5 inches. Now you can see the score line here, it doesn't come all the way to the bottom of this part of the box. So this is why I want to actually show you the scoring. Now the Simply Scored tool has obviously got the measurements across the top and down at the sides, and so I'm going to just put my finger at the 5-inch mark just because that's roughly where I want to stop. It doesn't matter if you go slightly over or beyond it, but what you don't want to do is come scoring right down at the bottom of the paper. So the first score line is 6/8 of an inch, and that's the one that stops, so it's just roughly stopped at 5 inches. The next one is 1.5 inches all the way down. Next one after that is 5 inches, and then you've got another half one, so obviously you've done one side and now this is the other side, and this is going to come at 5 6/8 of an inch, and again just sort of roughly stopping. Next one is at 6.5 inches and 10 inches. So that's all the scoring on for the size of the box. Rotate it 90 degrees and score it, and these come all the way down. Score it 1/2 inch and at 2 inches, 7 inches and 7 2/8 of an inch. So that's the scoring. Now I'm going to bring in my template because obviously there's sections you want to cut out, so you want to cut out all of this bit here at the top. So you can see where I've marked it there, and then a little section off here, because this bit that you're going to leave at the top is the flap that folds over. And then again you can see sections that I've cut out, and actually where I've cut the flaps that are going to fold in on themselves as well. Now you need to do your cutting before you're scoring, because actually we're going to use this section of cardstock down here, and it is going to have a little bit of score line in it, but that's not going to be a problem, but you don't want to fold it first. So it's the one I did earlier because I was that organised, and I've done it, as you can see. This is Sunshine and Sprinkles Designer Series paper with, this is Marina Mist cardstock, but in the post today arrived Tea Party Designer Series paper. I was so excited to get this, really pleased, and I thought I'd just have to use it. And actually basically it's the same project with different paper, but I love this. It was the first thing I got out of the box, shortly followed by my snail. Snail arrived, very excited by this, but I decided I was going to use it with Lucky Limeade, which is the backing, which is the colour that you can see here. I mean, you could choose to use it with any of these ones. I wanted to use Lucky Limeade and I love it. So let me move the scoring tool out of the way, and I'm going to bring in my bone folder, because although I've done some of the folding, there's a little bit more I want to do. And I want to show you how to do these half score lines here. So I've already folded up here, and I've got a fold going on over here. Bring these full lines over, ignore these half lines for the minute. And just ignore those. So these are what are called mounting folds, where you're folding upwards, and we want to fold these opposite, but don't use a bone folder, just, you know, manipulate with your fingers. And the same over here, we've got mounting folds there, so just push them inwards, and you can see the box coming together. That's how it's all going to fold, and these bits here are going to fold up. Now I'm sure you want to know where I'm going to put the adhesive. Well, that's going to come down this line here. And I'm going to put that on. I'm going to use sticky strip because although I do love the snail, if you're going to put something heavy inside, you really do want a strong adhesive. And you know what? It's only one piece. It's not going to hurt. So, with my terribly rubbish scissors, maybe that's the next thing I need to put on my shopping list. Decent scissors. Right, let's fold this up and get it out of the way. And all you do, you don't need to be, you know, wafting it around in the air. You literally, you just fold it because the measurements are the same. And that's it. How simple. That is so simple. Right, we're going to close up the box so you can see how it works. And that's it. So I'm going to put some decoration on the front. So I'm going to use the tea party. And we know that's the front, so I'm going to use snail. Love it. Brilliant stuff. It's it's tinted ever so slightly blue as well. So if you're working on white cardstock or in particularly appalling light like I am, you know roughly where you've put your adhesive. So I'm just going to pop that on there, and then I'm going to put some on the front here. Now, which way out do I want it? That way. Crop the corners off, or round the corners I should say. Bit of snail. I don't know if you can hear my cat. She's got asthma. She's just outside the door coughing. So there we go. So that's the main part of the box all done. So I'm going to pop a couple of holes in. It's just an ordinary hole punch. There and there. And then with a pencil, I'm just going to mark where the holes are that I want to, or the corresponding holes are that I want to punch through. So I'm going to line that up and punch those through. Oops, I've just bashed the tripod, sorry. And I've got some taffeta ribbon here. This is very vanilla. And which way do I want to go? This way, I think. I don't want a vast amount. I'm going to get a better pair of scissors. So through the back of both of those, and up through the front. And pull it closed. So at this point, you know, if you wanted to add some treats or something into it, sweeties, a present, you would do it now. But actually you don't need to. You could tie this in a pretty knot. And, you know, put your treats in underneath. So centre that up a little bit and tie a tiny bow. Bit all fingers and thumbs today. So just a nice little bow. That's quite sweet. I'm going to put a little bit of decoration. I love this. I'm going to use it again. It is a set called Confetti that I think is really, really pretty. I think I might use the flowers this time. And I've got, that's the spare bit. That's the spare bit that we cut off before. I'm going to use that and cut out a scallop circle. And we will have a little bit of a score line. But that's okay because we're going to cover it up. And I've got my Lucky Limeade ink. I'm going to choose the stamp. Flowers, I think we decided, didn't we? And onto a piece of Whisper White. Probably, yeah, Whisper White, I think. Ink up the stamp. Oh, I splodged that. Let's try that again. There we go, that's better. And cut out a circle. I'll cut it out with my circle. I'm going to quickly sponge up the edges. Doesn't need a great deal, just a little bit, just to soften the edges. There we go, a little bit of, I'm going to have a dimensional on the back of each of these bits. Just to lift it up a little bit. And over here, and you'll see that pretty much we're covering all of that score line. You can barely see that it's there now. Obviously you can at the back, but from the front. So move all of these bits out of the way. And there you have it. The gift box that only needs one piece of adhesive to keep it closed. If you've got any questions, you want to know how to get any of these pieces, any of these supplies, this tea party is absolutely gorgeous, but so is Sunshine and Sprinkles. I think I'm going to be hard pushed as to which I like best of all. But if you've got any questions or anything you want to ask me, just let me know. You can leave a comment below. I love to read your comments and I reply to all of them, or get in touch with my through my blog. Anyway, thanks very much. Bye.